And dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to bind in holy matrimony Waffle and Jason. Waffle here has kept the colony safe with their strong fist and indomitable will, and they have been also kept safe by the armour they're wearing that was crafted by Jason's very hands, and I think the two of them will make a wonderful couple. Well, that's the theory. Alright, once these two are married, we're going to continue with today's plans, which is to raise 10 children. We currently have 5 smallies just running around the place doing their thing. We'll keep them educated. We then have another 4 in the tank over here waiting to get popped out. And Alex has 1 in the oven as well. They're in their 2nd trimester. So soon enough, we're going to have 10 little sprogs running around the place causing chaos. Yeah, and then we just got to keep them safe until they mature. And we can give them, guns and equipment. Well, the first 4 kids have appeared, and I'm beginning to see the first problems with my plan, because there's always problems with your plan. Now, for example, this baby here, their mother and father is Tiberius and Janus, right? So this baby over here, same thing, Tiberius and Janus. And when they age up, we want to try and pick whichever one gets the best traits to become, say, a miner or a cook would be the traits we choose. However, that means we can't jab them with the gene splicer just yet. And if we can't jab them with the gene splicer just yet, then we got to worry about them getting, toxic fallout problems and all that stuff. So I think we're going to have to clean the pollution out of our base so we can keep the babies safe until they become old enough that we've decided whether or not they're going to become a cook or a miner or a crafter or a melee specialist. Until that happens, we're going to have to clean out all the pollution. So I've set a giant pollution removal command, which feels uncomfortable because we spent so long polluting everywhere, but I think, we're going to remove all the pollution from this area here so that the kids can stay there in safety, and then once the kids are old enough that we can inject them, we can start polluting again. Ah, damn it. While the kids are growing up, we're going to experience the odd problem causer, but so long as we've got the necessary tools, we should be able to take care of it. Oh man, we didn't set off any explosions. There's like 4 unstable power cells in there. How did we manage to miss all the good stuff? Yeah, never mind. They'll come attack us now, and then we can go send out some people with smoke to clear it out. I suppose it's okay that we get to keep those unstable power cells. We'll find a use for them. Yeah, these kids' lives are just so uneventful. So uneventful indeed. We're still using the lightning trap a bit. It's not terribly efficient at keeping the meat alive, but you know what? Waffle can just stand here. They don't even need to go invisible. And we're still able to drop lightning like a boss and get ourselves a whole bunch of bug meat. I should probably go clear out the last of this infestation, but that was pretty handy. Okay, Difter 2 did die. Oh, god damn it. Where are those bugs going? Guys, could you kill the last of those bugs? Ooh, yeah. Turns out Alex has a little bit of a consciousness problem. Something about being in their 3rd trimester and also having a massive smoke leaf tolerance addiction. I'm not sure we can fix that, so, the only other option is to take them off of smoke leaf entirely, but that will cause them massive problems as well. So, damned if we do, damned if we don't, and we're not going to get rid of the addiction before the birth happens, so I figure we just leave it the way it is. We'll sort them out. Oh, yeah, that's why I found their gun on the ground before. They keep passing out when they start smoking because they're in the 3rd trimester and it's reduced their consciousness too much. That's a hell of an addiction to have. Would you look at that? It's our first growth moment. Yeah, it's our upcoming cook. Let's see how you're doing. What do we want here? We want cooking, animals, medical, and social. I don't see cooking, animals. Okay, that's kind of a rough pick. How do they have a double passion in animals already? We haven't actually assigned any passions out, so they must have got that passion. Okay, one of them comes from the genetic, but the other one? Where's that coming from? That's confusing. Okay, the vat growth learning? Maybe it gave them a passion in it? That seems odd, but okay. Yeah, so we got melee, social. I'm just thinking plants. I mean, they're in the whole staying at home in the base thing, so yeah, that's not going to help them. They've already got a -8 in planting, so it's not really going to be good for them. And I'm thinking down here, sanguine. They are going to be a leader, so that extra mood bonus means they can become a leader or a priest with, negligible effects on their mood. Also, it's good to make sure that your cook is always in a good mood and can keep cooking meals. You don't want them getting mentally broken. Alright, I'm sure we'll have another few along in a bit. All of them have hit their growth tiers 8, so all of them should be fine. Ooh, Archonexus is already up. Okay. Make Waffle proud. What are you going to be, kid? What are you going to be? The most tough. Yep. Oh my god, they got both tough and nimble. Oh. Damn it. Wait a minute, this is confusing me again. Animals have a double passion in it. That shouldn't be possible. Uh, no, you know what? Worry about it later. Let's pick out the stats and move on. We've got a lot of kids to age up today. It's got to be tough. Nimble does mean that they'd be much better at dodging stuff, but tough just means they can soak so much more damage. I mean, preferably we'd like both, so maybe next round they can get nimble as well. Randy, please? Oh, and one other thing we're going to do. Now that we've actually seen that they can get that, I've just been checking here on these other pawns. For example, this one. They have nothing going on. Like, they have, well, wait, they have a passion in social already, but I presume that's genetic. Yeah, it's genetic, so they've got a passion there, but none of them have a double burning passion in anything. So there shouldn't be any more surprises coming up when they graduate to their next level. Well, in theory, it seems that some of these are ending up with double passions in their very first growth spurt, which seems impossible. Next up, we've got Jaraiku, and they are Alex's spawn. As such, we're looking for traits and skills that all go towards animals, medical, social, and intellectual. So, actually, they don't have any double passions. Social, intellectual, no, medical? Yeah, we can definitely get medical. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to get shooting, but they've already got a passion in that, so I'd prefer to lock down the medical now. And they've already got a passion animals. Yeah, I think that's... In fact, even if they stop there, they'd be pretty solid. All right, what do we got? Oh, God. This is just... Oh, wow, this is bad. Like, slothful for a global work speed penalty. Pyromaniac for starting fires. Pessimist for negative moods. Psychically deaf, which on a level 3 caster, probably a bad idea. Annoying voice just to irritate anyone. Or bloodlust. In fact, it's got to be bloodlust. There's literally all the rest are absolutely terrible. Ooh. Thank God Bloodlust was there at least. At least that one gives a few bonuses. They'll be so happy after after any fights, they'll be so happy because people died. And I only just double check to make sure I haven't missed anything. No, we're good. Next up, we've got Esonad. Yep, Esonad is the son of Tiberius. Sorry, daughter of Tiberius. And let's see, what do you got here? We want construction, mining, medical, and intellectual, but most importantly, mining. No mining straight away. Pity. Then we want anything that would improve their mining, and body water is also a good one because we do like the transhumanist thing because they're going to get a lot of drill arms and stuff going on them. Also, that all looks terrible. I mean, literally useless. We don't need it because we already have perfect immunity. Gourmand is just hungrier. Greedy, no thank you. Jealous, nothing. Damn, that is a rough bunch of picks. We'll throw in medical and intellectual to at least get them started out, but we are going to kind of hope that they get a mining, at least a tick in mining later on. I suppose they've already got a minor flame in it, but it would be nice to double that up. Alright, that's third one down. All we need now is for Steven Sims to age up, which is in 2 more days divided by 6 or whatever, so like a third of a day. Stephen here has got a really hard path ahead of them. We're hoping for construction, crafting, artistic, and intellectual as a tertiary skill. It's just we want construction, crafting, artistic because all 3 of those are affected by becoming a crafting specialist, which is why we put a lot of pressure on these kids. Ooh, exit. We've got construction. We don't have crafting, but we do have artistic, and we get to put a point into shooting, and that actually wipes out a bunch of other things. That's nice. So all we need to do now is get them, I suppose, 1 point in construction, and that's most of the main ones out of the way. Well, okay, we still got to get intellectual. This one looks super easy. Slow learner, no. Misandrist, hates women, no. Night owl, not really beneficial. Bloodlust and jogger are the 2 choices, and jogger is anyone that's just a straight up bonus. So, yes. Perfect. So they'll move much faster to pick up all the ingredients for all the crafting they're going to do. I think they'll do well. All right, that's 1 more kid down. These kids are currently still aging up. And Alex, how you doing? You're still in 3rd trimester? Yep, it's going to be a while longer. It's time for the big day for Alex. It's gather for the childbirth. I think this is our first natural childbirth. Jamis is our best doctor. Do we want spectators, and does that help in any way, shape, or form? How about if we just bring everyone along? Would that help? No, expected quality is still 95%. I would have figured, actually, the more people you add to the birth, like the more cooks spoil the broth type of thing, it would actually get worse. Well, the father's not going to be here. The high Stellarch's off, being the high Stellarch. Alright, this looks like it should work out. Yeah, I mean, the medical skill is just incredible, and Alex's age is so young, 95% quality. Hell, we've only got 70% quality out of the growth vat, so this should be hopefully a slam dunk. The only thing we got to worry about is the length of time it takes. Where are you going? Attending childbirth. Stop dropping stuff off and go give birth. Jesus. Also, if you could try not to pass out during it, no one give her any smoke leaf until this is over. Please tell me you're not high right now. Okay, perfect. What? Ooh. Yeah, this is going to take a few hours, so they might go into smoke leaf withdrawal. I wonder what happens if they go unconscious during labor. All right, let's find out. I figure if there's any problems with her passing out during labor because of consciousness loss due to smoke leaf withdrawal. What the? That was super quick. Well, oh, okay then. So I suppose we can name all the kids now. I've been holding off on naming them just so that we could cover them all at the same time. Okay, Jamas's kid is going to be Jamas Christian Hernandez. Okay, we couldn't get into Z, unfortunately. There's like limited amounts of characters I can put in here. Then we've got Norbert is Waffel's new kid. Then we've got Requies is Damon's new child. Or sorry, Tiberius' new child. And then Jason's new kid is Tassaluk P. I have no idea. But anyway, yes, that's the 4 kids. And the 5th and final one, the one we've got that's going to be inheriting the throne from the Stellarch if we have our way about it. Please welcome Emily to the team. All right, Emily, we'll see how you work out. I'm thinking we'll get you fed, we'll get you burped, and then we'll get you vatted. The other kids are ahead of you by a couple of years, but that's fine. You'll just be the last kid through. You'll have the benefit of all their experience going ahead of you. Oh, and since they're definitely going to be just going down the smoky line, we're immediately going to give them a gene implant. Wait, no, I don't want to implant it into Alex. That would be kind of redundant. 1 second while someone comes along and rescues that baby. Anyone? Anyone? Thank you, Waffle. It's about time someone got around to this. All right. Waffle will chuck him in there. Kid is doing grand. No major problems. Let's get you some gene implantation. Well, once they're finished fine, education first, then you get your gene implants. Nothing like a concert to bring everyone together. And the sight of a woman breastfeeding a child while wearing power armor. There's just something about it that brings a tear to your eye, almost. Well, the kids have started popping out of the vats here, and we've run into a bit of a weird problem. Turns out we now have 3 humanitors in the faction, and we can get machine philosophy rituals carried out. You see, Epilogue here is the machine philosophy religion. The reason we hire them is because you can immediately crank out a learning specialist or a manufacturer. They're great. For production specialists, research specialists, excellent. However, it seems to have actually bled their religion into a couple of the kids. So Christian here is actually got machine philosophy as a religion, and so does... Where's the next one? There it is. Tassaluk P. Machine philosophy. We're going to have to convert them back to our religion. In fact, we might just convert Epilogue over at this point. Actually, no. We need a learner. You know what? We'll leave her the way she is. She seems to be happy out. Her deal is she gets immortality. She's ageless. So she gets to live that way forever and ever and ever. Well, that's 9 kids running around right now. The 10th one is in the tank, but Emily will be out in a bit. Oh, wow, okay. That's a lot of nuclear stomachs installed. We've got 1 nuclear stomach left to go into Emily, and then I think we're done. We're done on the raising front. Ooh. Actually, this guy can be popped out. It's time they, I think it's time they reassigned their title to Emily, and then had themselves an accident. You can remove the shield belt. Oh, there's actually something extra that was pointed out about these. I never noticed it before. All the other Empire soldiers we got were hussars. They were the ones that have the gene packs that make them psi immune, but we were still able to shock lance them. And the reason we were able to shock lance them, as far as I can tell, is because they were wearing bio-coded Prestige Cataphract armor. The Prestige Cataphract armor gives them 5% psi sensitivity, was just enough for the actual thing to kick through and knock them unconscious. And great. Kids are hogging the radios. God damn it, kids. Okay, you're both at 98%. Once one of you hits 100, we're taking over. Alright, time to call the Empire. We need to make some changes. Designate an heir. Alright, now please tell me we can designate Emily even though she's in a tank. And I don't think we can. Well, in that case, I think we will go back, we will disconnect, and we will have them wait just a little bit longer. Emily will be out in no time at all. And we can transfer over their title. Emily's at like 1 day 13 already. We have sent Alex down for a death rest. She needs to, well, get over that smoke leaf dependency. It's a little bit of a downside. So what we've done is made sure she can't gain access to any smoke leaf by just walling it into the mountain. That way, if you can't access it, there's nothing you can do to actually smoke it. We just got to keep an eye out if any tribals show up or anything that might drop smoke leaf, that we, yank it before she gets near it. We've also made sure that her entire line are unable to access smoke leaf, and we've left it that way. They won't even keep any on them or try and use it, even if they have addictions. So in theory, in enough time passes, she'll get over it. Right now, she's getting -20 from smoke leaf withdrawal. but it's been counteracted by all the other happiness. So yeah, I think she'll be grand. Maybe a few mental breaks, though. I think you get mental breaks no matter what, even if she does remain happy. The infestations are not happening as frequently as I thought they would. There's a mean time of 20 days between each infestation, which means you can get about a maximum of 3 a year, but there's no real way that's going to happen. However, we seem to be getting very few of them, which means we occasionally run out of meat. Well, not so much. It's just a case of we keep turning it into survival meals. We've got 588 survival meals left after God knows how much we... Oh, whoa. Pull back a bit here, buddy. You need to stop going so far out in front, and we need to focus you up as well. There's no point to... What? Stop being so... Why? Is there a problem with that tile? Do you not like it? Does that tile smell? Is there a weird odor from it that's starting to annoy you? Just go there. See? Yeah, there you go. Now if you go here. What the hell was that all about? Who knows? Ooh. Okay, I can't not berserk pulse that. That's just... Actually, wait, no. I can't use him to berserk pulse that because you need to hold down shift so we target the ground. Otherwise, the pawn or the enemy we're targeting, they might actually be, get dragged into us. So there is good. And... Whoop. Few too many popped out. Okay, that's fine. We started planning for this. Perfect. Now we can take care of the mess that's in here. You guys back off. Back off. Your shooty powers are way better used shooting instead of, getting involved in melee. Well, that was annoying. Yeah, we'll take all of these off the leash. Actually, wait, no, we have to leave those on the leash. We don't have them set to anything better. Oops. So yes, this is still how we're sourcing a large quantity of our meat. We're just gonna go in here and draw them in again. Hopefully this choke point will make them bunch up less, because that bunch up was very, very annoying. Huh, I think that's a new mechanic, because they used to not do that before. There was no invisibility used. Maybe we left them too much of a gap, I'm not sure, but... never mind, we'll wipe out the last and clear out the hives and grab ourselves... Ooh, that's 560 insect jelly. What's the bets there's more when we finish with all those hives? 1,460 more insect jelly. 3,248 on the map in total. I think we can feed the Stellarch on that when they show up. Or we could just, feed them on lavish meals. We've got options. We have options. Oh, and the kids don't get to slouch off when they're working here. We've zoned this area in so they can help haul all of these bugs when the time comes. We don't want these spoiling, so we do have a spare fridge here and another fridge over here. Reminds me, we should tweak the storage levels. This is set to preferred. We can also set this to preferred for now, just to get them into the fridge, and then we can move them over more slowly later on. Done. 15 days later. Okay, we've got a bunch of kids that are about to age up. First one in is Stephen. They're going to be based off Jamas's kid. So we're looking for cooking, animals, medical, social. And we've got cooking, we don't have animals, we have medical, and we have social. That's because we already have animals in there. Excellent, that worked out perfectly. Trait-wise, we would... No. So greedy, delicate, too smart, no trait. Nope, that gives us nimble or bloodlust. I think... Wow, that's actually a tough one. I mean, do they actually have a bonus to melee damage? They do actually have that. So you know what? Let's give them nimble. Just in case they can, someone gets up close, they have a much better chance of survival. The bloodlust gives them a nice mood bonus, but I don't think they're going to need that somehow. Alright, the rest of the kids should be along. I think there's only a few days between all of them. So this one should be along in 3 days. So half a day, we should have all of them leveled up. Oh, there's Armagus. Alright, Armagus, let's see what you got. Make Waffle proud. The Lunk line specializes in melee, construction, plants, and animals, all of which are now maxed out. We even maxed out medical, even though they have a -8 to it, which kind of tough, but whatever. That gives us all of these to choose from, and I think Bloodlust is the only one that really fits. Recluse, Night Owl, Masochist is always good for the pain, I suppose. But Bloodlust just means they get happy every time they smash someone, and they smash a lot of people, so I think that seems the most appropriate. Alright then. We'll have the next 3 along in any minute now. Jaraiku is Alex's kid, and as such, we're looking for psychic sensitivity, that type of stuff, along with animals, medical, social, and intellectual. Unfortunately, there's no psi-sensitive stuff down here. I think that's really going to help with their psi-casting abilities. And I think we're probably just going to grab shooting while we're here, and that pretty much nabs everything they need except intellectual. That's the only thing they're missing. We'll grab a side in melee if it shows up, but that's all we really care about. And I think body mother's got to be there's only 2 here that actually have just positives. Great memory and body motor. All the rest have some negatives attached to them, so I'm thinking body motter's the way to go. They're going to be getting lots of bionics, so they might as well be happy about it. And that leaves us with 2 more kids. Next up is Esonad. Esonad is Tiberius's kid, and as such, construction, mining, medical, intellectual, with an emphasis on mining, of course. They're going to be a hell of a miner is the plan. And we are... Yeah, we got melee and shooting, but that... Oh god, that's rough. Oof. Let me think about that last one for a minute. Anyway, down here, I think it's got to be hard worker. Any kind of percentage bonus to their work speed combined with drill arms is just a huge bonus. It's why their mother is actually neurotic. We picked neurotic because it gives them a 20% work speed bonus. This is basically neurotic, but without any negatives. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the way we're going. I suppose we'll put a point in animals, just in case they ever end up mining and need a pack animal around, but that's not really going to help. This is pretty rough for them, all right. They've got one last go, and during that they've got to get... a point in intellectual, which I don't think they're going to get, a point in medical, a point in mining, and a point in construction if they want to be maxed out. They can't get 4 points, so... Ouch? Yeah, that does not bode well for their chances. Alright, next up we'll have Steve come along, and Steve's going to be Jason's kid, and as such we're looking for construction, crafting, artistic, and intellectual. The quadfecta. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Ooh, Steve here got it rough too. I mean, we're looking for melee... crafting and intellectual. No crafting, no intellectual. That's tough. Let's hope they get it next round. That's pretty hard, though, to get. That leaves us with, for traits, great memories about as good as it's going to get. All the rest of them down here have negatives attached to them, so great memory is the only good one. Ooh, this was a rough round. Kids are not having the best of times. I think we'll throw a point into plants just because we don't have enough people in that, and 1 point into medical as well, because you can never have too much medical. Though, bearing in mind, they already have massive negatives to both of those, and it'd be very rare to actually get them to any sort of useful level. Alright, I'm going to cut that out here for the day. I know the episodes are getting a bit shorter. It's just, when we cut out the combat, things get a lot shorter. I'm trying to focus on getting the colonists up and running, and the new kids sorted. Like, I think we did 3 seasons, so about 45 days of gameplay. But it was just a case of, with most of the combat cut out, it was much faster. I mean, okay, I showed a few clips here and there, but the problem is, these super soldiers are just incredible. Like, having 10 super pawns with, like, excellent shooting that don't really miss, lots of psychic abilities, all that stuff, it's generally a slaughterage. And this has actually been really helpful. It's very expensive in uranium. I finally figured out the price of these. It costs 2 pieces of uranium to fire one of these every shot. So every shot they fire costs you 2 pieces of uranium. They can hold a maximum of 30 shots apiece. And I have actually drained those entirely in a combat run. So there's 2,580 uranium left. I think at one point I had over 4,000. So it's expensive in uranium, but so long as you're willing to keep deep scanning or deep drill scanning, we have a lot of scanning going on. Like, a lot. Like, I love that this deep drill mod shows you everything now, because I can at least find the stuff pretty quickly. At some point we should probably go through and grab all that gold. Actually, when the kids are raised up, we can go through here. I don't want to put any items in here. If we put any power lines or drills or wall segments in this section, the kids can't go down here to Nature Run or to Skyview and stuff like that. Well, at least Nature Run, definitely. So we're leaving this place completely au natural. But when the kids are grown up, we're going to come in here and rip out all the plasteel, all the silver, everything. The plan for the next while is going to be... Oh, what the... Oh, for a second there, I thought all the animals were gone. I'm pretty sure I've turned off the survival meals. Yeah. We have sold so many survival meals. How many have we got actually in storage right now? We have 1,291 survival meals. It is totally possible to survive buying nothing but using survival meals as your currency of trade. It is incredible, especially with the amount of infestations. And all the infestations appear to be happening here. Wait, let me rephrase. All the natural infestations appear to be happening in here. Quest infestations seem to be able to happen anywhere underground. But all of the au natural infestations that happen every 20 days, they all seem to be drawn to this spot so far. I'll do some testing on the Wednesday and see what they're like. The hope is, or the plan, /challenge is, by the end of this week, we want to finish out all of this and capture this tile. We want to have all the kids grown up. Every single one of them have to hit 13. Then we'll probably have to VAT grow them up to 18. I'm going to make sure they're all maxed out. One of the big problems, though, is Waffle. They're too good. That's kind of the problem here. They're tough and nimble and psychically sensitive. The only way they could potentially be better is if they were tough, nimble, and psychically hypersensitive. That's literally it. There is no way you could make a better melee battlecaster than that. And the problem is no one's come close. We got psychically hypersensitive, but no nimble or tough. We've got tough, but bloodlust, so they're probably like, what's the best trait they could get now? Either psychically hypersensitive or nimble. And either of those, that's going to put them on about par with Waffle, but only just about on par. Maybe slightly below them. So it's all down to Norbert and Stellarch P. These two are both kids of Lunk. So I think what we're going to do is try and specialize Norbert and Stellarch to try and become close combat specialists. Unless like they get some terrible traits on the first roll and they get nowhere close, then we'll ignore that. It's just basically Sonico here is, I think they're going to be our next candidate for crafter. Just look at that. They got maxed out construction, crafting, they're artistic and intellectual. They literally hit every single thing with a burning passion, like the lot of them. They didn't miss a single one. And at the same time, hard worker for that 20% working bonus, body modder, because it's very thematic, psychically hypersensitive, and massive bandwidth. I'm thinking actually the two of these combined, they're both getting about 30 bandwidth each easily. So what we can do is we can get the next one for Steve over here. There is another Mechanator complex there. They'll get another 30 bandwidth, and we can make 10 Lancers. So 10 Lancers with Steve, and then another 10 Lancers with Stellarch P. We could have 10, 20, 30, like almost 40 Lancers running around on the endgame map. I like the thought of that. That is so much, you know, that's for the next episode. For now, I'm going to cut this out. Next up, we are going to age up a lot of these kids, and we're going to go around for our final combat by the end of the week is the plan. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.